On to number 4. On to number 5. On to number, give me a woo! On to number 6. Guys, give me 7. Ladies and Wayne. Number 9. Number 10, everyone go crazy. 4. Tomek,
Thank you, dude. How are you? Are you having fun? Before I start, have you noticed that the microphone worked fine all night for all other performances apart from the first one? I think if I suck here, I'll pretend that my microphone doesn't work either. Oh, are we shooting tonight? Cool. I mean, not cool because I don't want my mom to know that I'm drinking. Because my mom is one of those moms that when you go home for Christmas and you sit at the table and you finish your glass of wine and you want to pour yourself another one, she goes like, really? 100 milliliters is not enough? Where's the Arkansas guy? Over there. Paul.
Bob.
Paul. Bob or Paul?
Bob.
Bob. I hope you won't mind my Polish English. Cool. Anyways, guys, I still feel like Christmas because I'm still losing my Christmas fat. That's why I'm glad this Christmas tree is here. So how many of you love Christmas and look forward to Christmas? Hands up. Cool. I fucking hate Christmas. Because every time I go home, I fucking get fat. And every single time I promise myself, dude, this year, you're gonna keep it cool. You're gonna keep it under control. So before I went home for Christmas to Poland, I promised myself I would go on a supermodel Kate Moss diet, which is cocaine and vomiting. Because apparently, puking out everything you eat is the best way to stay thin. And so I went home and I did good. I really did good for like 3 days. For 3 days, I restrained from those pork ribs, chocolate, cheesecake, and alcohol, But then you know what happens? What happens is that you start thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go just for a little bit. For a little bit of that, cake that your mom, grandmother, or landlady made. And you go for it, and you just start nibbling on it, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Oh yeah, my microphone stopped to work. And you go for a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then you start devouring everything and you flush it down with alcohol. And this is what I did. And 7 days later, when I woke up after sugar coma and alcohol intoxication, and I looked at myself in the hospital mirror, I was like, fuck, goddamn man, what happened to you? I was like, look at that man tits and love handle. I was like, I was afraid I would have to say hello to my good old friend, Double D Sports Bra. That I had to buy like 2 years ago, to support my Double D tits. Yeah, let's be honest. The man tits is not the sexiest thing in the world, and especially girls, you can see a lot of guys wearing their white t-shirts underneath their regular work shirts, and they tell you that, I just do it because I don't want to sweat through my shirt. Bullshit! They do it because they're trying to hide their man tits after Christmas. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what a love handle is, it's that extra layer of fat around your waist, the one that you grab when you want to fuck somebody from the front. Yeah. But fortunately, when I get fat, the fat spreads equally all over my body, and everything gets fatter. My arms, my legs, my ass, even my head gets bigger. Yeah, everything apart from one thing. My dick. Unfortunately, literally and optically, it gets smaller. Yeah, and I think everybody's got this friend that when they get fat, they have this freakishly skinny arms and skinny legs and a huge belly. And this especially pays for guys. When we get fat, we develop this pregnant belly. And after 2 days, after Christmas, it looks like we are like 5 months pregnant. But and you girls, I hear you complain about it a lot. Like, when I get fat, all the fat comes to my ass and my legs, and it never goes to my tits. Yeah, what's up with that? How come it never goes to your tits? If it did, those puppies would be the 2 best gifts you can give your boyfriends for Christmas ever. And you could have bought them like fucking socks, and it wouldn't matter, because your boobs got bigger. Yeah. So yeah, the fat spreads equally all over my body, and I think that everybody's got a system, a way to check if you're gaining weight or not. And my system is, I touch myself. And I touch myself on my pecs, pectoral muscles, or commonly tits, my belly and my ass, because I know how much fat I should have approximately in those places, And whenever there isn't that extra layer of fat, I go for extra cheesecake and full plate. And this year, when I did a regular checkup at home, I found that extra layer of fat, and I was like, fuck, I gotta do something about it. So I went for a run, I went to the gym, and then I got home, and you know what I did? I ate fucking more cheesecake. because what you're thinking then is like, I deserve it. I burned those calories in advance. Yeah. The funny thing about it is like once you let yourself go, and once your brakes stop, you're screwed. Because you find yourself having 2 kilos, 10 or 10 kilos more in my case, looking at yourself in the mirror wondering, where did Prince Charming go? Who let Shrek in? And for me, this year it was the case. And then for me came the next stage, which is actually when I started drinking alcohol heavily. Because it's the best way to kill your guilty conscience. Patent pending. Yeah, and after a few days I usually forget why I started drinking in the first place, which is pretty cool. And the last stage that happens to me every single year is when I'm 10 kilos older after Christmas, and I start to spread those extra toxic Christmas farts. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Those farts, I'll stay with you for 2 days or 3 days. Those are the farts that when you fart, your family stops talking to you for a week. Those are the farts that are so moist that they stay in the air for 1 hour, and you gotta air out the entire apartment or building. And finally, these are the kind of farts that smell like all that food that you ate over 2 days had been rotting in your belly for a month. And in my family, we have the best farter is my grandma. She farts the best, and she even won a contest this year for the best farter. Probably because she was 85 when she died this Christmas, and she had been rotting for a week, and farting for a week as well. That was a joke now, she didn't happen. It didn't happen. Thank you guys, you've been wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tomek Kemba! Actually, I realised earlier, if you stand here, it just looks like a shadow, and then there's the light, and the light's kind of flat. Guys, have you had a good night? Yeah! Not that good then. Guys, have you had a good night? Okay, just before I finish up, firstly, Comedy Prague. We look us up on Facebook, check out Comedy Prague on Facebook, like our page. You will find out all the details of when our next shows are coming up. Our next show in Baskervilles here is in 2 weeks today on Friday the 29th. On Friday the 29th of January. But do like Comedy Prague, we do appreciate your support. We love doing comedy, we absolutely do. It is fantastic, like out of all the comedians you saw tonight and all the other comedians in Comedy Prague, we love doing this. We love writing the material, we love getting up, we love performing. But the only way we can do these shows is with you guys. These shows would not work if you guys are not coming along, and we really appreciate it. So from everyone at Comedy Prague and everyone you saw tonight, give yourselves a massive round of applause. We did a fantastic audience tonight. Also, massive thank you to all the bar staff at Baskervilles tonight. I'm Luke Ryan, I've been your MC for this evening. Give it up for everyone you saw tonight. Starting at the very start, you saw Kiro Dushev, David Carrasco, Tomek Wright, Daniel Rice, Max Paris, and Tomek Delpa. You've been absolutely amazing crowd. Have a fantastic rest of the night. Have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully see you soon. Thank you very much and good night.